Looking for a change? Do you feel like you are consumed by the trauma, grief, and guilt you've experienced in your life? Now, the most common mistake I see people make in the processing of grief is the belief that they just need to move on or get over it already. And believe me, I get it. People will say things like you'll be fine after a while. Just give it time. Time heals. Stay busy and you won't think about it. Or you have to be strong for your spouse, parents, children, or others around you. They'll say insensitive things like, aren't you over it already? It's been a while. Or just move on. And while some of these sayings are nicer than others, they all are very dismissive to the important grieving and healing process. A process that should be honored and handled with patience, compassion, and guidance from your chosen source. When this process gets dismissed, you get stuck in a downward cycle of pain, guilt, anger, and denial. When I lost my sister 3 years ago, it hit me hard. She was 29 years old, and I thought we had so much more time together. We didn't always have the best relationship. And those who knew that would question why it was so hard for me to get over it or move on. But the truth is, no matter how difficult our relationship was, we always had a strong love for one another. And it was so hard to hear comments like, just move on. And still, I ended up feeling guilty for not moving on. Guilty for having a strained relationship. Guilty for feeling like I could have done something differently. And I was angry at my sister for not taking better care of herself. Angry at myself for all the things I should have said or done. And angry with the world for taking my little sister away. So who am I? I'm Christy Asplin, Native American spiritual healing coach, and I help my clients unblock trauma, grief, and guilt in order to create a life of peace, purpose, and connection. How did I get out of this ugly cycle? You have to honor the grief process wherever you are and in whatever stage you are in now. You begin to accept what happens, release all guilt within you. You develop a language to speak with your loved ones on the other side. You start looking for the deeper meaning in it and find peace within yourself. Now, I began by telling stories about her and listening to others' stories. I would point out her favorite things to her children. And now I have always believed that we are connected, energetic beings. So I asked her for a sign that a part of her was still here. I asked for a dolphin, and they started showing up everywhere. Like she was just popping in to say, I'm here and I love you. Then I began to listen to my intuition and go after the things I wanted most in life, but I was too scared to go for before. I started to take my sister with me on my journey, moving forward with love, patience, and trust in myself that I have the answers and I can light my own path. So do you really believe that you can just move on from grief and think that you won't get stuck in the guilt and anger cycle? Do you really think it's healthy to just get over something like this? Or do you want to move forward in life with peace of mind, a purpose that drives you, and connection to the universal life force energy that links us all. If you're ready to make a profound change in your life and let go of the pain, guilt, and trauma that are holding you back, then click the link below to schedule a discovery call to see if one of my Native American spiritual healing programs is right for you.